To understand what Trakya is, you have to be local, meaning you have to be from Anatolia to know this word. I don't think it's even found in books. It might be a little bit different in some Greek books, but Trakya is custom to Anatolia, so you know this person's Anatolian. So I went from white to gypsy, and this is my new region now. So it moved from Istanbul to Bulgaria's little gypsy land. And it's like you're fending real authentic gypsies, and some of them are super wealthy. You know, but that's where animal to hominid came into play. So you see, all these things are part of God's foundation in development. So, bottom line is, when we do a comparative between what is Turkic and what is white and what is gypsy, Hanna is actually all three. It is what it is. It's an authentic story. She actually is all three. Especially the fact that her mother could be a little funny too. You know, she's up there in age. We don't judge how old she is right now. So all these things between myself and Kim, in terms of comparative, as they moved me from white to gypsy to lower class, whatever, it's really, really sad actually. Because there's a whole history behind this story, and it's, you know, this person's the globe's biggest figure and is a little bit off. So what they did was, as Hanna chalked off the whole Markham area, she started in 2015 going to the museum to, you know, because, you know, you have to understand the area vacated. She was going to start setting up the 200 unit module up in that museum. That's called Crazy Museum, Luna. You know, because that's what it was. This is a true story. And guess who intercepted that? The courtyard of Jewish women. First the Greeks did. The Greeks put them up there. And that's where you get Heather from Chapters. So one day I go up there, and here comes Eric from the town of Markham telling me I shouldn't go up there because they're having meetings to reenact the competitor. Why is there a competitor when there's a true person here who's narrating the story? The courtyard of Jewish women, headed by Heather. Heather should be coming to me to say, okay, Hanna, we're going to try to oversee you. You know, Heather knows I'm kind of off. There was a sign at my door for 16 years. But Heather's all confused. Is she white? Is she Ashkenazi Jew? Is she European? Is she gypsy? She's actually all of it. And that's what makes the story so damn scary. And it blows Kim out of the water in terms of highlight. And you know, nothing more worse than, you know, you have an empire based off like a handful of blacks that are high up there. It's not the same thing. Like, it's not the same thing at all. Because Hanna contains about 13 nationalities. And Hanna herself may be white, maybe Ashkenazi, maybe Orthodox, maybe Muslim, maybe Christian. But what's interesting about Hanna is she only knows blacks. So she doesn't see the white component in her. And that is the most important element in the story. She's the bottom of the Star of David that's super talented, that's looking upwards. She balances out the star. That star balancing is what makes it kind of faith. Because it makes it a better world with the presentation. Well, who would block that? Eric and those guys would block that. Because it doesn't benefit them. They just want to sit there, or they're actually supporting Hanna, trying to get rid of whoever else is in the area. You see, I don't know anything after 2018. I'm out of the intel loop. So this is what makes it really, really hard. I won't go to them. They can't come to me. And that's where there's time delay going on. And this is where Kim kind of messed up. She actually did. Because she went into something she didn't know. Because they get cocky like that. You know, I'm into Dolce Gabbana and all of that. She didn't know any of this. And somehow Turkish doctors, we don't know what happened there. So it's really, really ugly. And it's like, it's just a massive tornado picking up houses and stuff like that. Think of it that way. Picking up all kinds of crap as it twirls around the planet. In one of the longest stories, too. Each compartment is hundreds of pages long. It goes back years to the birth, to the annexation of Israel. And that is why it's very important Hannah just finishes. Wouldn't you want to see the summary movie of the authentic? With millions of people who knew the events. It would just be awesome. Another entry.